Hey everyone, it is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and today we're taking a look at two figures. We're going to do two figures in one review. The ToyWorld TW M08 Wavebreak and the FansToys FT-27 Spindrift, or their take on a Masterpiece style Seaspray. So there they are both in front of us. And obviously you can see some differences between them right off the bat. One's chunky, one looks like he's been working out and got into shape. But both of them will come with instruction sheets, little collector's card on both of them. Now the ToyWorld one comes with a sticker as well, so that's a little bonus there. So you got stickers, instructions, and the collector's card. So there that is for both of them. Onto the figures themselves. Take a look at the boxes here. Let's move these guys out of the way real quick. The ToyWorld box is really small. Super small, just to kind of show you. Here's Masterpiece Bumblebee, and just to kind of show you the size of that box. It's a really thin box, not very big at all. Doesn't really need to be because he's a small guy himself. So done the classic FansToys style there. On the back it kind of shows him in his robot mode, all his little accessories, in his boat mode, and then just him, looks like up on a stand right there. Probably the one that came with their soar. So there's the box. All right, and let's do the box in the background there. And then the one for ToyWorld, again, this is like the one that ToyWorld does have. The one that came with their Cosmos is about the same size as this. Don't have the Cosmos to review, so, but I'm sure if you guys seen these boxes before, you know what ToyWorld does. So pretty nice looking box on both of them, if I must say. I like this one. There's a lot of good artwork on it. So as far as accessories, okay, so let's start over here first. ToyWorld, he comes with these two guns right here in his hands. And so these guns actually go onto the back of his boat mode right here, kind of make up that, I don't know, I guess maybe extra buoyancy, if you will. So these are the guns right here, and these just sit in like that when he's in his robot or his boat mode, and they kind of sit on the back of the boat just like that. See if we can keep getting out of focus there. Get in focus. There we go. So these two guns, those are the only accessories he comes with. And those are kind of hard to get in, but there you go. So those are his guns like that. Let's pop these out. Like so. Over here on Spindrift, he comes with his little rifle gun right here. Pop that off. This little blue gun right there. And then he comes with two extra ones that are right here. That look at the side of his arm. And send up there, Wavebreak. Don't you break on me. Haha. Cheap joke. Anyway, so two little small missile guns, if you will. Cannon, wave, laser guns, who knows. And then an extra head. So the head here looks more like the G1 cartoon, and it looks pretty cool. I like the eyes. The eyes are that nice blue color there, like a foil kind of a blue, with a little bit of gray around his face right there. And it's more of a squarish head than the one that comes on the figure. So the one that comes on the figure, I believe that's more supposed to be for the toy version of him. So it's more rounded. Still got the same color eyes in the face, but it's just a rounded one versus the squared off one right here. And so the way you change them out is you just basically unscrew that one, pop it off, and then put this one on, close it back up. So I'm not going to change them out on there. I'm just going to leave them like that. But that's the way you switch out the heads. All right, so let's get all these little accessories out of the way just because. All right, biggest difference between these two guys right away is, like I said at the very beginning of the video, the size of them. And not only height, obviously he's a lot taller, but he's also chunkier. He's more the way Seaspray was in the cartoon. Seaspray was always kind of stocky, chunky, if you will. So let's stand him up straight. Neighbor's dog is barking for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, so there he is. You can see but then all of a sudden, FansToys, it's like he just decided he wanted to work out, and he got kind of lean. So It's going to be your personal preference on what you think. I personally went with the FansToys one just because I like FansToys stuff. Now, typically I like my figures to look like they do in the cartoon. He does not, but I think for my taste anyways, he fits better in size-wise with the mini-bots. With the likes of, let's pull in some mini-bots. So we got Bumblebee right here. And he was always a little bit bigger than Bumblebee. So I think that fits scale-wise. I think this one over here, the ToyWorld one, is just too tall to fit in with them. But again, that's just my thought. You know, you guys may say, well, no, he fits in well. But I think he's just too tall for a Bumblebee. We do know that Takara is going to be releasing all the mini-bots. So they may be releasing a Seaspray for all we know. I don't know. Here's another little mini-bot right here. And so if they do, maybe they're going to do it better. Maybe they're not going to do it better. Who knows? And then this is the oversized version of the Combiner Wars of him. And that fits in scale just because it looks, you know, right size. So you can kind of see, just, I don't know, I just feel like he's just too tall. I think if he'd have been a little bit shorter, and just maybe a hair thinner, he might be perfect scale-wise. He obviously, I think he fits in height-wise, but I think he's just too skinny. He looks too good as far as, like, he's in shape. And he's not supposed to be, if you go by the cartoon. But, so anyways, there they are next to these guys here. And they both have die-cast metal on them. I want to say he probably has a little bit more. I know this is die-cast up here, this piece die-cast here. And I believe another piece is die-cast. I can't really remember, but he's got some good die-cast on him. Looking at his face, the eyes are really nice. It's a nice light piping right there going on. And then kind of this mask right here with those like vents inside there. So you got that. Looking on the back of them, they're both equally clean, I guess, if you will. I guess the ToyWorld one is a little bit more clean. It's just pretty much flat right here, whereas this one has these two pieces that fold onto the back right there. But then this one's got holes up here, so not too bad. This one you can kind of see more gaps right inside here versus ToyWorld, or FansToys rather. They hide theirs away, this fold away right there. So again, it's all going to boil down to personal preference. Do you want your guy fat or do you want him kind of lean? On the ToyWorld one, you can take this and this can fold away if you wanted to fold down. This one, you don't have that option. It just stays right there. So articulation wise, let's start over here. The head here does move. It's on a ball joint. Can move all the way around in circles. Can look up, can look a little bit down. It kind of looks down more because of this does rock, and that's for transformation. The arms do come out like this. They can go all the way around. These spin up here on top. It does got a double jointed elbow right there and right there. And then speaking of the elbow, he falls with that where there's actually like no elbow. So it's kind of a shame he doesn't have any kind of an elbow spot there, if you will. If you do it like this, you're still missing that elbow piece right there. Hand does rotate. Now the hand is just molded into one piece, so it doesn't have any articulation on the hand itself. So there's that. No waist rotation there, but you do have some down here, like on the hips, I guess, if you will. So it does kind of rotate there. And the legs will bend at the knee. They bend all the way back like this. They go forward. They go out. The foot does tilt, mainly transformation-wise. But you can also do this and pull it forward and backwards if you want to. He's got he's got ankle articulation going inwards like that, nothing outwards. So that's the articulation for him. Coming over here on this guy, we already showed this part here. These obviously spin as well. His arm does go out all the way up, can come all the way around like this. He's got an upper bicep swivel right here, which is something he doesn't have. He's got the double jointed elbow as well, so you can bend it and bend it up like that. And then he's also missing the elbow right there. But if you take it and just kind of bend it at one of them, you can kind of see some of the elbow there. I mean, still not really, but I think it just looks better than the way that one looks right there. But again, that's just me. The wrists do rotate, swivel, and the hands are only pinned right here at the fingers there. So that's the only kind of articulation you get there. The fingers are all molded together, but it does open and close. So you got that right there. Come down here to the waist. Let's zoom out. He does have waist rotation as well. Legs do come out, front, back. Does have an upper thigh swivel there as well. Does have a double jointed knee bend like that. And up like that if you want to do kind of like the, what are those things called, flamingos. You can do that if you wanted to. The foot does have a toe tilt. Does have a hinge right here going out like that. And that is it on him. So again, it's going to be your preference on what you think is going to fit your shelf. Maybe these two aren't. I don't know if it was DX9 or I forgot what other company is going to come out with their version of Seaspray. So maybe you just want to wait to see what they come out with instead of these guys here. So this one has some nice translucent blue right here, which looks really cool. Right there on the chest. So that's an option there. That's cool. Coming down here, he's got a little bit of paint apps, some yellow up here and there, and then more of that translucent blue plastic right there. Some silvers right here. So he's got some nice paint apps on him, I will say. And then over here on FansToys, he's got some paint apps, not as much. He's got, looks like just blue, yellow, and red right there. Coming down to the bottom, this is a translucent kind of a blue as well, but I think this one looks kind of a better. It's like a sea green color blue, or green, whatever you want to call it there. Versus this one's almost matches the blue of this here. So, and that's about it. He's pretty much plain, aside from just those few paint apps. So I think as far as paint, he probably wins just a little bit more, and then just kind of more throwing off of colors up there. So that's that. All right, transformation wise, we're going to start over here with him because he is just easier to do, I would say, than the FansToys one. So let's just go ahead and get started with him. So first thing is we're just going to keep his arm straight like this. Fold this up like so. This will come like this. And on the back right here, you just flip this open like this and take his head, and you can tuck his head away just like that and close that back up like that. Come over here. Pop this open like this, and inside here you're going to pull these pieces out like this. That's a good thing, Paul. And pull these up like that and like that. And then this piece here, you're going to take this and you're going to flip this piece up like this on this little black hinge right there. Take that up, fold that up into there. Take these feet and let's just go ahead and fix these out like that. Just fold them out just like so. And we can just close these up just because. Take this, fold this down like this, and just get these up out of the way. And kind of get these and make sure that they're flush with this piece right here like that. Fold that down like this. The arms, you're going to take this, it's going to peg in from there right to there. Peg that in there, peg this one inside there, and then take this and just close it up just like so. You have to make sure you kind of get everything squared up just right inside there. They won't peg into, or won't collapse into itself too well. Let me get that let me pull these up. So the one thing I will complain about here is they should have put some kind of and unless you have fingernails, it's kind of hard to get these. So they should have put some kind of just a little tab you could have pulled up on or something. That way these come off easier. Because when you want to open these up in boat mode, they're kind of difficult unless you have fingernails to get those done just right. So if I did have a gripe, that probably would be the one gripe. Yeah, maybe I just got to fix these hands right. The hands are kind of difficult to spin around too. So let me get that. Use this to help. There we go. Alright, now let's see. This collapses right inside there like that. It's supposed to, maybe I have this done. Push these in a little bit. Okay, push those in a little bit. Maybe that's going to help out. And come on, man. He is easier one of the both of them. It's just getting all this stuff lined up just right in order to do that. Let's see here. Stay down, stay down. And it could be just getting these hands just right. Just getting them just enough squared away. There we go. All right. Then you close these down like so. And there's this boat mode. Last thing you're going to do on this boat mode here is just take the guns, close these off like this, close this one off like this, and that's going to go down here, and this one is going to go right there. And there's this little hovercraft mode right there. So pretty cool. I actually like this kind of hovercraft mode. I think it's might be too big, but I don't know. I don't know how big a hovercraft is. I've never actually seen one in person, so I can't tell you. But the head hides away pretty well right there. And so there that is. So, all right, next one we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get him transformed and then kind of compare the two. All right, now let's work on Spindrift. So he's not difficult to transform. Spindrift isn't, I should say. But I just feel like that Wavebreak is easier to do. So first off, we're going to take him, come to the back, just flip these open like this. And we're going to take the legs, fold them down like this. And then you're going to go ahead and utilize this double jointed knee that he had and fold it like this, kind of up into that flamingo thing I kind of told you about earlier, and then fold it down so that way that sits flush right there. So you're going to do that again, just fold it and then fold it down. Then you got that kind of flush just like that. There's their little QC sticker there saying, hey, we checked everything, it's perfect. Not always, FansToys. I love you guys, but not always. All right, so coming up to the arms here, we're going to take these and just get them kind of ready. So you want to rotate this to where this spot is facing the top, like this. And then the thumbs are going to be facing up. So I think about, when I transformed this, I think about the game I used to play in elementary school called Thumbs Up 7-Up. And that was a game we played. So if you remember that game, comment. Let me know if you remember what it was. I used to love that game. I used to cheat at that game too. So, all right, come around to the back here, pop these open like this. Just get the arms up, we got out of the way. We got them ready to go. We gotta fold them down. And then just open this up like this. Pop one open here, pop this one open right here, and then just kind of bend this here at the top chest piece so that way we can loosen that up like that. Then go ahead and pull this up right here and take this out and fold that up like so. And then you want to take this piece like that. You can go ahead and close the legs right now, right there, and just tab them together. And then just kind of sit them down. So you're going to flip these. You can either flip this up or flip this up, doesn't matter. So you're going to take this basically and just fold that. And that's going to sit right inside there. So get that up just like that. And there we go. So now he's kind of sitting down right there, if you will. All right, coming onto the back here now, you're going to take this down. And let's do this first. So this hinges in. Let me zoom in there. That hinges one way when you're putting him into his robot mode. And it's got to hinge another way at that hinge there in order to put it into its, what's it called, hovercraft mode. So take it and just lift it up on that double hinge right there. And there you go, just like, well, you didn't see that. It was down like that, so you want to lift that up like that. So have it facing up so that way it sits right. And then take this, and we're going to go ahead and do this now. We'll take his head, you got to spin his head around. And you got to tuck his head away right inside there, just like that. And you can see the yellow piece comes down like that. Then take this, and you're going to see where that kind of sandwiches down. And it's going to kind of peg in right there. So there's some little pegs. You can kind of see them right inside those white pegs, kind of sit in on these little nubs that are on the waist piece here. So that sits like that. And take this, kind of situate this up like that. And you know what we probably should have done first? Let's go ahead and redo that. We got to do that all at the same time. We got to get the arms, thumbs up, 7-Up. Let me zoom out, I'm too close here. So you got to get the arms down into position while we are getting ready to tab it down. So get the arms straightened out, like so. And then go ahead and get everything down to tab in. So you can kind of work the hands in first. just to get it locked in like that. And then bring this down and then tab it together right there. And if the arms come like kind of wonky, that's okay. You can always fix them. So there it is right there. That gets that like that. This piece may come out, that's fine. Just take it and re-tab it inside there like that. And these pieces here, you're going to open these up like this. Take this one, open this up like so. And you're going to take these around, and these are going to peg in. So you're going to get this piece is going to peg in right down inside there. And this piece is going to peg into that piece kind of where his little weapon went like that. So take that and fold them. When you fold them, that's folding down like that. So fold it down like that. Just get all this tabbed in like so. And you may have to work it, but you just get that tab. There we go. Tabbed in like that. So do something on this side like that. Take it around. Fold that inside. Tab, tab, tab. Oh, let's see. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then just fold these over just like that and kind of hide that right there. And fold that up. And there is his little hovercraft mode. So you can take the guns now. And his actual gun, you take that and that's going to fit. You open up the legs a little bit. And it's going to fit right in that little slot right there. So just take that, put it in there, sandwich these back together. And sometimes this little white piece pops out. So you got to just kind of sit there and push it up a little bit. Just do that. There we go. And if it goes back down there, I mean, no big deal. Because what you're going to do is you're going to kind of hide kind of anyways. Get everything lined up here. And these little guns, you can put them right here. So you can put one here. And one here. And there is his little mode right there. So both kind of little hovercraft modes. I think I like the FansToys one better. It looks sleeker. I remember from the cartoon that one episode where Seaspray is with that mermaid chick, and she's sitting on top of him, you know, riding him, and I feel like this would be too big for that one, you know, that scene. So I think this one is better in terms of the way it looks. But again, I'm just going off my personal preference and what I personally like. You guys may like this one better. You may like none of them better. I have no idea. But for me, I think that I like the way this one looks better. On this one, again, talked about it earlier. It's kind of a pain to get out now. You gotta have fingers to get this out. I shouldn't have closed them up all the way. I mean, not fingers, fingernails, because obviously I have fingers. Let's see if I can't get this somehow. But to get these, it's such a little pain in the neck to do. There we go, I got one. Get the other one out. But his gun flips out right here and right there. So that's kind of cool, because you got them hidden or you have them out. So you kind of have those like that. And then you got this one. So again, your preference. I think this one kind of just reminds me too much of like a kid's like Tonka toy, maybe. It's built well, but I don't know, it just reminds me of like a Tonka toy than the FansToys one. It's a little more sleeker. The FansToys one blue is kind of a lighter. This one's a darker blue here. But looking at the bottom here, I think this one hides a lot of stuff better. You know, you can tell it's kind of the head right there, but it hides everything better underneath here. This one, you can see the legs right here. You can see his head. If you look at it close enough, you can kind of see where his head is almost sticking out right there. And at certain angles, you could probably come down and see his eyes. So that's a shame. I wish they could have done something better than that. I think that's kind of ugly for them to do that. But on the top, again, I like this blue right here that you have here, these translucent blues. But I don't know, I feel like this one looks a little bit better in my opinion. So again, it's all personal preference on what you guys think. I'm just going to bring in my G2 Sideswipe, who I always use when I transform and use for vehicles. There he is next to him. And here he is next to him. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that he should be that big or should he not be that big? Kind of just showing that off right there. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to put a link in the description for both of these guys if you want to pick one of them up. Toy Dojo has them. and I'll put a link in the description for both of them to Toy Dojo's website. And whichever one you want to get. Or maybe you're going to wait to see the next third-party one that comes out. Or maybe you're going to wait further to see if Takara ends up releasing one. So, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, you guys, until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.